it doesn't look particularly nice out, but apparently it's like 60 degrees, which I didn't even know, because I've been inside cooped up all day doing business. I mean, the amount of emails and phone calls is insane. I did not expect to have that productive of a day. So, since, it looks brighter out this way, out the front of the house. But one of my coaching clients just emailed me with some feedback on a recent speech she gave. She was like, "It's a beautiful spring day here in Boston." And I was like, beautiful spring day? I'm only 2 hours from Boston, let me look outside. And then instead of looking outside, of course, I was just like, "Okay, Google, what's the weather today?" And it was like 60 degrees, and I was like, what? So, it is 4 o'clock, which means well, actually it's like after daylight savings, before daylight, it's after, are we in daylight savings? Anyway, it gets brighter, stays brighter later now, so it should stay bright out to at least 7, maybe 7:30. I feel like I earned an early day because I was so on the ball today, as it were. So I am going to pack up. I'm gonna grab my gear and head on out to one of my favorite spots around here that you guys have seen me at a million times. Let's go. One of the reasons I love coming to this little town, it's just a tiny little town. I mean, this is really a one-horse town. I'm not a nature person, you know, but it's got really lovely scenery. It's not quite as bright and sunny as I was hoping for today, which is making it feel not quite as warm as it technically is. One of the reasons I love it here is because there's no cell service. I mean, if I had to get a text out, I probably could, but you certainly can't be using your data at all here. So if I need to take a break, if I'm like, either I had a great day, but I've been really busy, or if I had a bad day and I'm just frustrated, I really need to get away from work and like the social media hustle life and all that jazz. Come here, you can't use it anyway. So it works out well. Of course, there's always people around here staring at me like, why are you talking to yourself with that giant weird thing? So here comes one. Hello. All right, now that we got the thumbnail, how many people you figured the sign stopped? Even if it's not gonna stop anybody, you still gotta put the sign up, but look how cool this bridge is. Just in the middle of, like, I've vlogged from this location a bunch of times, but I've never really shown the depth of it, so check this out. All right, here's where I just came from. Just came from all the way down there, right? All the way down there. This cool bridge. Oh, that's gonna hurt my back if I keep doing that. And then behind me on either side is quite a lot of water. This is the Farmington River. It is the exact same body of water that last summer you saw me and Lindsay and the whole family go tubing down, but in a completely different part. Like, this is a long river that goes through a lot of the state. It's, you know, this bridge going over the water on both sides. Obviously, I don't know how a bridge would go over water only on one side, so I'm not sure why I just said that, but I don't usually come this far down when I'm vlogging, so let's just keep walking it. Oh, no, this just leads into like a little suburban community over here. Look at this. All right, let me give you some B-roll for the way back across the bridge, and then I'll catch up with you in a minute. 'Cause I wanna spend So I think the lesson for today is patience. I talk a lot about persistence, about commitment, but sometimes, no matter how persistent you are, no matter how committed you are, no matter how skilled you are, how good you are at your job or at networking, the reviews you get, referrals, nothing will come of it for a little while. I spent the last 15 months being insanely busy. It's basically right around the time I started the vlog, maybe a little bit before that, I started getting crazy busy. My bookings were off the charts. I traveled a ton. I was all over the world. You guys got to come along for that ride. But that can only keep up for so long. You know, I'm self-employed. There's going to be valleys. There's going to be mountains. And that was a mountain for the last 15 months. And it was like, it was just crazy. But my schedule just loosened up for the next 2 months almost. I have a couple of events that I did this month. I have a couple of events next month. It's relaxed. And hey, Lindsay's loving it. Sometimes it's really hard to be patient and just wait, knowing that all the work you're doing now is going to bring, it's going to bring success. I know that because that's what it took to build my career. I did a ton of work that would pay off, a year down the line, 2 years down the line. It was just being consistent and being persistent and trusting in the work that you were doing, that putting out all that positive energy into the world was going to come back at you, and it does. But it doesn't always come back to you right away. So I really had a great day today because I had a whole bunch of people come in asking for information, asking about dates, asking about my availability over the next few months, later this year. So a ton of the work that I've been doing for the last 2 months that sometimes feels like you're just yelling into a void because you're not getting anything back for the work that you're doing. A bunch of it paid off today, like 3 or 4 different events, possible events came in today, and people interested in what I'm doing. And here's the point. This is it. This is like the punchline of this video is even the people who look like they're just at the top, right? The people that you aspire to, because I have so many people that I aspire to, the people that are my mentors or my inspiration, the veterans of the industry that I look up to. Even they have periods of time where things aren't quite going the way they would like it. They have valleys. They have times when they're going, I've done all these big things. I've made millions of dollars. I've done this. I've been a national bestseller, whatever they are, right? And yet there are going to be times when their business just isn't coming in, or when their goals are not being hit, because sometimes it's just a matter of patience. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can say about that. So thanks very much for sticking with me. I hope this was helpful, motivational, inspirational, or at the very least, you felt like, hey, somebody else gets it, If this was helpful in any way, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and always remember that our world is a shared experience. Thanks very much. Have a great day.